The storm had just passed. The disciples were still trembling, whispering to one another, "Who is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" Their boat bumped against the rocky shore of the Gerasene. The air was thick, damp with the scent of lake water and night. Somewhere in the distance, a dog barked. The shoreline was quiet, but not safe. Because this was no ordinary place. This was the land of the tombs. The kind of place where even locals avoided walking alone. The place children whispered about and adults hurried past. And as Jesus' feet touched the ground, a sound ripped through the air. Not the call of a bird, not the rustle of leaves, but a scream. A scream that carried pain, rage, and torment all at once. From among the tombs he appeared, a man, or what was left of one, his body scarred, torn by his own hands. Chains clattered around his wrists. Shackles dangled from his ankles, snapped. His hair wild, his eyes burning. He lived among the dead. Day and night he cried out, slashing himself with stones, a prisoner of something no chain could bind. And now he was running, not away, but toward Jesus. His scream rose into the night, echoing across the cliffs, bouncing off the lake. The disciples froze. Some backed into the boat. Some reached for oars, ready to push away. But Jesus did not move. The man collapsed at his feet, and then his voice changed. A guttural, layered voice, not his own. Dark, heavy, ancient. "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God that you won't torture me." It wasn't one voice, it was many, a legion. Jesus looked at him, not with fear, not with disgust, but with authority. "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." The voices shrieked. "What is your name?" Jesus asked. "My name is Legion," the voices replied, "for we are many." A shiver ran through the disciples. Legion, a Roman term. And they begged him, over and over, not to send them out of the region. Nearby, a herd of pigs grazed on the hillside, snorting, grunting, oblivious to the war about to unfold. The demons pleaded, "Send us among the pigs. Let us go into them." Jesus gave permission, and instantly, the man screamed as the spirits tore out of him, rushing like a flood into the pigs. The entire herd, 2,000 swine, shrieked, panicked, and stampeded down the steep bank, crashing into the lake. The water churned with bodies. The surface boiled with chaos, and then silence. The herdsmen who had been watching fled, running to the town, shouting what they had seen. And the townspeople came, their faces pale, their eyes wide, their steps hesitant. They had heard the stories of this man. They had chained him, restrained him, feared him. They knew his screams in the night. They knew the danger he carried. But what they saw stunned them. There he was, the man they had feared, sitting at Jesus' feet, dressed, calm, in his right mind, his eyes clear for the first time in years. No chains, no screams, no blood, only peace. Not relieved, not rejoicing, afraid. Because what they saw was power beyond their control, authority beyond their understanding, a man tamed whom no one could tame. Darkness bowed before the stranger from across the lake, and they begged Jesus to leave. Think of that. They had lived in fear of a man consumed by demons, and now they lived in fear of the one who set him free. Sometimes freedom feels more terrifying than chains. As Jesus turned to leave, the man who had been freed ran to him. "Please, let me go with you." His voice was no longer layered, no longer broken. It was desperate longing. Who else could he cling to but the one who had given him back his life? But Jesus said no. "Go home to your people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you, and how he has had mercy on you." So the man stayed. The man who once terrorized his town became its first missionary. And all who heard his story marveled. This story isn't just about one man in the tombs, it's about us. Because don't we all know what it means to live among tombs? To carry chains no one can see, to fight battles no one understands. Some of us carry addictions, some carry shame. Some are haunted by voices of the past, by trauma, by failures, by demons we dare not name. We scream in silence, cut ourselves with guilt, wander in darkness, and we believe no one can tame us, no one can help us, no one can see us. But Jesus steps onto our shore. He doesn't turn away from the places people fear. He doesn't avoid the tombs. He walks straight into our darkness, straight into our wilderness, and he speaks with authority, not in fear, not in hesitation. The very things that terrify you, that drive others away, are the very battlegrounds where he shows his power. But notice this too. When the man was set free, the townspeople begged Jesus to leave. Freedom unsettled them. Transformation frightened them. Sometimes the world is more comfortable with your chains than with your freedom. Sometimes people would rather you stay broken than see you healed, because your healing confronts their comfort. But Jesus, he doesn't leave you chained to satisfy the crowd. He sets you free, even if the world rejects him for it. And then he does something even more radical. He sends you back. He sends you to tell your story. Because your scars, the man who once screamed in the tombs now proclaimed in the towns, the very place of his torment became the stage of his mission. And so it is with us. What tombs have you been living in? What chains have bound you? What voices have tormented you? Whatever they are, know this: Jesus is not afraid of your darkness. He comes for you. He frees you. He restores you. And when he does, he doesn't just give you peace, he gives you a purpose. The story of the demoniac is not just a story of possession. It's a story of liberation. A story of Jesus' authority over every legion, every darkness, every power that holds us captive. A story that tells us no one is too far gone, no chain too strong, no tomb too deep for the Son of the Most High God to break through. The storm on the lake had terrified the disciples. But here, on this dark shore, they witnessed something even greater. The one who calmed the sea also calms the soul. The one who commands the winds also commands the demons. The one who walks into tombs brings life where there was only death. So remember this: the darkness you fear is no match for the light who steps ashore. The legion you fight is no match for the one who speaks a word. The tombs you hide in are no prison for the one who calls you into life. And when he sets you free, he will whisper the same words he spoke to that man. Tell your people what the Lord has done for you. Because your freedom is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of someone else's.